Hey, what's up? My name is Kiera.
This is Leah.
This is Solo.
And you are watching He Said, We Said. How y'all doing?
Doing great.
We good.
Yeah. It was a slow weekend.
It's a great rainy weekend for sure.
Yeah.
I needed that. I've been going,
I laid in the bed
going.
all day Saturday.
Oh, I laughed.
Till about 2.
I did have stuff I needed to do, but I didn't do most
Y'all
of
ain't
it.
do nothing
I was
this
like,
weekend?
maybe I'll get to the barber shop. If I do, that'll be a success. But if not,
I mean, it was raining most of the day. There was a period where it kind of stopped, and then I think around like maybe 8 or 9, it picked back up.
Yeah, so I had my family stopped by yesterday, and early in the morning I get a text, hey, it's storming over here. Can we reschedule? And I was like, no.
Oh.
it was storming. Well, where
It
they in
stopped.
Mo City?
No,
Because I know the north side. I was like, they getting some rain over there.
I did hear they were getting some rain.
No, but you know what? By the time I woke up, it had stopped.
I even went running yesterday. I was like, okay, it's not too bad.
No, it
But no.
stopped. I was like, it stopped over on my side. I think we're good for the day.
Yeah.
Well, because I'm having my brother come help me with stuff like around
Yeah.
the house. Like, we don't have time like that. And I know your schedule and my schedule don't be matching
Yeah.
like today.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I feel like I was up and doing stuff yesterday. So
No, I enjoyed my lazy Saturday. I needed that. So I am starting to watch The Wire again.
What? Wait.
Don't
On
even
your
give me
own
too
accord,
much. Yeah,
or
listen. I got 20 minutes into the first episode and had to stop it because I be busy, y'all. I don't have the time.
hold on, wait. I ain't gonna lie. I haven't seen it.
You have never seen The Wire?
Nope.
Okay, so okay, let me say this. My dad watched The Wire back in the day, and I would catch episodes with him, so I understand like stuff that happens. But when I was watching, it was later on when the kids came around.
Yeah,
When Michael
that
B.
was,
Jordan.
the fourth
and
season.
Yeah. So I remember that.
No. Michael B. was in the first season.
Wait
He
a
wasn't one
second.
of the kids.
Okay,
he
I
was
maybe-
part of the group in the pit, but the kids was season 4.
Okay, so I
were
do
in the
remember when
school?
Michael was in there, but when they were in the school and the guy with the
Yeah.
curly hair, slick back, I don't know his name.
Weebay's son.
So when we say kids, we're saying high school.
they were
Yeah,
in
middle
like
school, high school.
8th or 9th, something like that.
Okay,
I can't remember.
just bad.
Well,
Well, they were just showing how the kids are affected by, the crime and the drugs that's going in the communities and how they end up falling into the pit holes of becoming, part of the system.
I've heard
So,
the show is really
it's-
good. I just haven't had, I think when it was on, I didn't have a way to watch it. And I was just like, I guess I missed it.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, because you had
good.
to have HBO. I didn't have HBO back in the day. I didn't start watching
I
until
didn't
like
have a
maybe
desire
season
to
3.
get an account either.
When they
Yeah.
started doing like, okay, HBO for free with your cable type shit packages. But
It's definitely going to take me a while. Like the fact that you're already so deep in Grey's Anatomy and you just started it.
hey, look.
You know what? I just need to say this on the record. Y'all came for me for watching Grey's Anatomy every week. And now look how deep you are.
I'm going to tell you how it started. So I used to kind of watch here and there when I was in school, college, whatever. I think around season 3 was when I stopped. School, involved in organizations, working, stepping, whatever the fuck. But so I was, chilling with a homegirl and I was just like, yo, she was like, I've never seen one episode of Grey. I was like, you haven't caught not one episode? It's like, no. I was like, that's crazy. Let's just watch 2 episodes and see how it goes. You know what I'm saying? So we
You
watched
gotta
the
hook
first
people in
2.
and be like, we're going to do at least 2.
We watched the 2 episodes and then, I just left it at that. And so, me on my own, I was like, oh shit, I forgot how, good this was. Then she was telling me, oh, I'm already on episode 7. I said 7. I was like, oh, so then it came a competition. And before I knew it, man, I was invested
Season 3.
again. And, once I hit that story about Yang,
With Burke?
with the abortion and well, not the abortion, but wanting to have the baby or not have the baby and Burke. And it was just one episode where it was
man.
just messy. Like
was a
secrets or something was the theme. And I was like, okay, I'm hooked.
Christina Yang, man, she grew on me.
I hate her.
I hated her in the beginning.
I hate her. I
I'm
can't tell you how many
telling
times I've been
you.
like, Christina, I can't tell you how many times I've bitched and complained about her character. Just, oh, I need something interesting. Where's the heart surgeon? I need to scrub in on this surgery. It's just a broken leg. I'll just be like,
Listen.
bitch, if you don't fucking do the basic shit.
Christina Yang It's Christina Yang.
And the storylines are just ridiculous. The story, it's always, well, he came in and he just started cursing. Run a CT. Oh, there's a tumor behind the left palate in the eyelid, and it's very dangerous to operate. And I'm just like, God damn, Tim Blade, let's go. Give me some epi, some shot, and either you're gonna live, you're gonna die. You
are in it.
And then they try to tie like what's going on with the patient to like people's
all the time.
I guess their moral compass or what's going on. I just be like, it's good writing, Shonda. Some of it can be corny, but I'm like, damn, she can write her fucking ass off.
You have to think about too, this is also context, like whatever year this is. So she was doing this kind of writing. What is this, 07, 06, something like that?
Yeah, right. When they started to turn, you know what I'm saying? Like you can kind of see the transition from what it used to be. Now all of a sudden, like in 07, I think that's when The Sopranos started wrapping up, and now they're more focused on like therapy, Grey's in therapy and shit now. And that became a big thing in like television sitcoms, and
it's
just
cool
seeing the technology, phones starting to get more advanced.
That's the crazy part too. Like you can see the technology changing with them at the same time. I don't know.
She had a couple cuts on there, some tunes. I was like, okay, I forgot this was a big song back then. But it's cool. It's cool.
Yeah,
O'Malley's my guy.
Good luck.
Like that is I know. Season 5. I'm in season 5. So I told myself season 12 was when I was gonna stop.
Season 11.
That's where you at.
Season 11. Whenever
Derek dies.
Oh, I'm coming close to the episode. I'm gonna have to skip it. I can't sit through that. I can't sit through that. I'm gonna have to. It's like 5 episodes where I feel like it's building. I'm like, I don't have time for this.
My bad here. It's
go ahead, you guys.
But I will say this: I'm pissed at Isaiah Washington though. I'm like, fuck that Burke character. Yeah. I really enjoyed him and Christina's storyline, and just
what was the thing why he had to leave? He
said a homophobic slur and was referring to O'Malley, and they kind of tried to
which one was
sweep
O'Malley?
It under the rug. He was the guy that
George.
He was
living with Christina, and I'm sorry.
He was in love with Gray. Then he was in love with Izzy.
This Mr. McSteamy, Mr. McDrew.
No. He's one of the short intern.
Brown hair.
Oh well.
Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I didn't know we was gonna have TV talk like that. But so I fuck with O'Malley.
Okay, well, I'm glad you guys love Grey's Anatomy the way you do. That's beautiful. Let's move on into the hot topics.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry. So basically, America's not racist. I had no idea. Wow.
Oh, my gosh.
We had quite a few politicians just coming out. So basically, Joe Biden had his kind of like State of the Union, but it wasn't State of the Union, where he was talking about his plans that he has for, the future of his presidency. And then the Republicans had Tim Scott come out with a message where he said a lot of stuff, but the thing that caught people's attention was the fact that he said America is not a racist country. So you have all kinds of people who felt a certain way about that. But then on top of that, you had Kamala Harris pretty much back up, or agree that he is not a racist country. She said it has a racist past. So what do you guys think about that? Is America racist? Is it a racist country?
Absolutely.
I need to know what was going on, like as she was writing what she was about to say.
She was thinking about 2024.
Couldn't have been.
trying to run for president.
That's exactly what it was.
Want to say, yes, this country is racist as shit.
You know what? It kind of goes to the whole point of like, I feel like Black people we become like forgiving a little bit more than other people. And so maybe it is a thing where it's like, we would probably still support her after that comment, whereas other people would hold strong, like, no, like blah, blah, blah. But I'm just like, so maybe that is a 2024 thing where it's just like, she's not concerned about, or she's not too concerned about hurting other people.
Yeah.
Because it's just like, I heard that and was like, what was she thinking?
And you didn't even have to say shit, or was she somebody
was it asked
I'm
directly?
sure it was. I'm sure. Well, I don't know if it was asked directly, but I'm sure that they had a conversation about it. They being the cabinet. And anybody who has to speak to the press and you're asked this question, this is your answer. But I agree, she's being calculated. This is not the first time Kamala has said or done anything sketchy. This is what she does. This is what the moderate Democrats do. The Obamas do the same thing.
They can't go all in on. Yeah. They can't go 100% one way, and that's just how it has always been. I feel.
Yeah, and I think I think what they were not what they were trying to say, but, some people were alluding to what they were trying to say was that America isn't as racist as it used to be. And they're just pointing out all these quote unquote opportunities that Black people have that we didn't have. And because of these opportunities, there's no way that this country can still be racist. And then it's just like,
I think there's just, what about all the data
that shows that, we are, systemically oppressed. You look at the crime rates, the mortality rates, and you look at, being arrested for certain offenses in comparison to your counterparts. You get being denied for certain business loans as opposed to your counterparts. And it just doesn't add up, and they don't want to address that. But I get it. Kamala,
why couldn't we just say like racism still exists here instead of
he didn't have to say it. Period.
We're talking about Tim Scott.
Tim, yeah.
Well, I mean, his point. They know what they're doing, right? So he's the only Black Republican senator. Of course, you got to have the Black guy go up there and say this is not a racist country because it has more merit coming from a Black guy, right? He knows this. He knows he's the puppet, the token, everything else in between.
And has no problem being exploited. That's what is so disgusting to me. It's like you can't. There's no way you're looking at yourself in the mirror and saying, you know what, I'm proud of who I am
Let's
today,
not forget,
and who my kids can be proud of, or
I think about that all the
looking up to you.
with the popular Black people or like Black conservatives, where it's just like they make their business to to contradict everything that it appears Black America stands for. It's just like, why?
He has been pulled over by police for being Black. I think he said like 7 times. So I think what they're trying to say, kind of to what you're pointing out, Solomon, is that there's just a few bad seeds in the country, that America as a whole, most of us are not racist. They're just a few bad people. And because of the media is, left leaning or whatever, they kind of hyper make stuff more than what it is. I think that's what the Republican talking points are. Kamala, I don't know what hers is because, she made it a point to let us know. What was that, a couple years ago at the presidential debate, how she was one of the little girls that was buzzed back in the day, had the T-shirts, called out your president, now you're your partner in regards to, her being VP now. But now all of a sudden it's not a racist country. So she's just trying to get that presidency. That's it.
You know what? Make your moves, man.
Look, play y'all's cards right. You might actually get it on Los Keys.
But that goes to what Leah was saying, Black people being forgiving. That's the first thing I would address if she starts to run again. So you said that.
That's the thing, though, because thinking about if she makes it, right, who she's gonna go against, the chances are slim that if she is up on a ticket, she's top of the ticket, and she's going against somebody else. I mean, I don't even know if who else I would probably go for at this point. Like, who is getting that kind of momentum?
Somebody just comes out the woodworks like Obama did,
Somebody else, Lizzie, come through, girl. I want her.
No, Stacey.
I don't know, Stacey. I don't know if she wants that.
I think she likes being
she wouldn't if she actually had a legitimate shot at.
I don't know. She may, but when they asked her, granted, they did think that she thought she was going to be VP. When they asked her about it, she was like, I still have work to do. So I don't know. She could not. I don't know.
Meanwhile, them loans are still...
Hey, Biden, stop playing with me.
And then I saw the article or whatnot about him wanting to take away the menthol Newport. It's just
I thought I saw somebody say something about that, but what's the purpose? What are we talking about?
What is the purpose? I guess they want to mask it behind the whole, we want to cut down on people smoking. We want to promote a better, healthy society.
Well, then why not cut back on the what's the kids doing? The vaping. Why were you not cutting back on that?
I don't know. Studies have to prove a little bit more data.
I thought there were plenty of data showing that it was like twice as bad as smoking a regular cigarette or something like that.
I don't know.
Because they're smoking, like the potency is more, one, but then you're doing it so regularly too. Like you can do it anywhere. So.
I was at brunch in a not in an outdoor type place, a solid restaurant indoors, waiting in the waiting area for my table. And these kids, I'm gonna say kids because they was younger than me.
Yeah.
But they was, vaping adults vaping.
Yeah.
Look. But just sitting next to me and I'm just like, what is this?
Child, look, I ain't mad. Look, don't come for me, people who like your Newports. And is it Marlboro? Is that another one that's going to be banned, or is that?
Well, just whatever cigarettes have menthol in them.
Look, I can't stand the smell of cigarette smoke, so you can ban all of them if you ask me. But I'm sure there's going to be some people mad.
My thing is, where was this in the initiative? Where
how did we not even,
let's get back to the loans.
Get back to the loans.
What we were talking about during the presidential race. Like, this is so arbitrary.
You think he's going to do it?
What?
Cut the check for the loans.
What, 10,000?
Look,
that ain't gonna put a dent in my shit.
That'll put a dent in mine.
I think he's gonna do he's gonna have to do some kind of relief.
And then I saw an article. I hate Yahoo sometimes, even though I go to them. Well, that's who I got my email through. So I will see the highlighted articles. But they're talking about how billions of dollars in loans have been forgiven. And I was like, really? And then I look closer and it's like, oh, they're calculating the amount of money that would have been earned by the companies had they, still made us pay during this pandemic. And I'm just like, y'all be reaching.
Forgiven.
Yeah.
I still owe it.
They've lost over, I don't know, like 90 billion or something. I was just like, y'all are so full of shit.
Please cut the check. If y'all can figure out how this stimulus worked, surely you can forgive some loans. I don't want to hear nothing else about it.
Listen, about this stimulus, when's the next one? Because I'm trying to get on board. I'm trying.
Hey, I'm here for it. I probably won't even qualify next time. Maybe. Maybe. We'll see. If the bitch come early, okay, cool. If it come next month, I'm in it.
But out, man.
If it's later this year,
I'm trying not to file my taxes. I'm like, look.
Yeah.
You gonna do this again or what?
Yeah, no, seriously. Well, in other news, we're gonna pivot a bit. Cue Beyonce Kitty Cat, one of my favorite songs, and looks like it may be Tyrese's favorite song too. He got down and busy with his girlfriend. She posted a video of her with her legs up. So think of you laying down, your legs are up, and behind your legs you see Tyrese shifting back and forth with shaving cream and a razor and talking about
wait, so the camera is looking from her angle down at him?
Correct.
In the coop.
Girl.
But no. Okay, so her legs are up. So think of her laying down.
Oh.
Her legs are up. And yes, you don't see anything. Head. You don't see him, but yes, you see him.
So you see her feet.
You see her feet. You don't see her kitty cat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, I guess.
Like, what is...
Is that what you do?
Solomon, would you do that?
No. Why?
Why not?
Trust. In that moment, women are vulnerable. I'm trying to reach and figure out what the purpose.
So I'm guessing he clipping the toenails too, shaving the armpits too.
Look, that's I don't want to.
Where's the line? There is none.
I don't want to yuck anybody's yum, right? So whatever you do.
Is this like during the initial stages of the pandemic or something, and she just couldn't go get her Brazilian wax or something?
Look, I think the shops were still open, if I'm not mistaken.
This is recent.
Yeah, this is recent. Yeah, this is definitely recent. Because he was married this time last year to his wife. I think he may actually still be married. But anyways, yeah, no, not for me. But if that's what you want to do, that's cool. But why we got to post it?
That's the next part of the question.
Why we got to post it?
What are we doing? Why am I watching this? Or why do I know about this?
I don't follow Tyrese, but every time I hear some shit, it's always some ridiculous shit.
It's always something with him.
No, thank you. He could have easily just paid for homegirls waxes and called it a day. Why did that have to be a moment?
What guy
Do anything for
wants to
clout.
do that?
I'm sure there are some guys who want to do that.
Who wants to shave their girl's vagina?
There might just be, or maybe start something or get them aroused. I don't know.
That's not the ticket.
No, there's nothing
Different
arousing
strokes.
about shaving a coochie.
Different strokes
No,
for different
no.
folks. I have to say that because that may have been the start of something nice for them.
Maybe so. I don't know. Again, not for me. Just go ahead, buy the package for the wax. Really, at
Laser,
that price point, yeah, that's what I'm saying. We talking Tyrese? Yeah, Tyrese got a Benihana in his backyard. Surely he could have hired somebody to do some laser treatments at the house.
I did see that video of the transformer that he had in his backyard.
Oh, I missed that.
I don't know, man.
Is that real?
It was in the backyard, a big ass transformer.
Now listen, if I was getting Transformer money, it might be in mine too.
Well, see, that's the thing. That's why he has to keep doing it, and that's why he was crying about The Rock. Because when you when you have so many expenses and you try to keep up, you got to keep working. So look, of course he has a Transformer situation in his backyard.
How did Tyrese? Speaking about him, how did he look up? He got that Fast and Furious money,
honestly,
and Transformers.
Is he still in the Transformers?
I don't know if they're even. I don't even know if that series is moving, but they had more than they had some
worth.
Honestly,
they had some series.
I didn't. I'm gonna say 22.
You say 22. What do you think his net worth is?
But based on that second one, we didn't think Fast and Furious was gonna really take off like that.
Acting like he's broke. So
I'm
I don't
gonna
know.
say $7 million.
Seven?
I'm gonna say 7. You said how much?
I'll say 15, 17.
And you said 22.
Yeah, I said 22.
Okay, let's see.
Because the child support,
is...
right?
Sorry, this isn't funny because it's still way more than me. It's $3 million.
Wait a minute.
That's what happens when you have a Benihana in your backyard. What you mean?
Hold on.
That's why he was shaving, because you can get the laser.
Hold on.
$3 million.
What's going on?
As of 2021, his estimated net is $3 million.
No way.
I guess he don't own no masters.
I mean, to be fair, I'm sure most of his money came from movies because, I mean...
But I heard once you make it to that, once you get the television and film checks,
it's continuous. Like, people are still watching
He
that.
may not be investing his money. He may have a lot of expenses. Again, we're talking a Transformers thing in his backyard. And it's not like...
You've done about 9 of those
I think
films.
he probably has a couple of properties. He has children.
Yeah, that child support eating his motherfucking ass up.
That's what it sounds like.
What if his children
Oh my
be
God.
18?
How did I overshoot?
think the oldest, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, 22.
Yeah, 22 seems...
I mean,
$3 million?
okay, but we're talking about somebody that's been in the industry for, I mean, what?
But I would have said
years.
$3 million. I would have been like, that would have sounded like a Joe Budden number. Like $3 million?
Yeah, like
Tyrese, you're doing the film.
But he hasn't been spending his money.
That's what it sounds like.
Well, that's on him.
Because you cannot
it's not on...
He probably could have been worth 22 had he played his cards right. But if he has a lot of expenses,
I don't know.
And then
he must have really bad people around him.
That too.
I mean, that's 20 years of $3 million. What?
Or maybe he's one of those celebrities that has to take care of a lot of people.
I was about to say, he probably takes care of a lot of people.
But he looks like somebody people just wouldn't fuck with.
I don't know. I feel like he probably does take care of his family. He's from Watts, right? So like, I don't know a lot about Watts, but I've heard enough to where it's not, or at one point it wasn't necessarily the best place to grow up. So if he's got his family out of the hood and people have their hand out wanting stuff and he wants to live a fabulous life and whatnot, that money probably do go fast.
I'll just never get over like, what more do you want from me?
Love. Yeah, right. That's when he was down bad. And then he was like, Will Smith paid some debt, like, and you still at...
Well, I mean, hold on. That's even more reason if somebody paying you on, like, else paying your debt.
I guess he should have signed up for those financial literacy courses.
Stop it.
Look, just hire a financial advisor, an accountant, something. I don't know. But the math ain't mathin'.
Math ain't mathin'.
Anyhow, so let's talk about kids. Solomon, I don't want to put you on the spot, but you are a father. And so basically there's this chick, her name is Ashley Darby. She is a housewife on the Real Housewives of Potomac. And she went on this rant about people not needing to spank kids. So as a parent, what are your thoughts? Do you think that kids should get spankings? Do you think it's damaging? Whatever.
I mean, you got to look at, in today's climate, how there's like that fine line between, parenting your kids with spankings and whatnot, and it coming off as, being an abusive parent. So you don't want to. I can't see myself being the way that my parents were with me. But yes, I do believe in spanking. Because you sometimes have those kids, it's like, what, you gonna take care of my, take my phone? Oh, you gonna take the video games? Like, I was that kid where that shit didn't work. Okay, I can't use the electronics. Okay, let's go outside.
Read a book. Oh.
Okay, read a book, whatever. But like, there was more ways for me to be entertained, and I wasn't scared of that. Like, that doesn't put the fear in me,
But the belt did.
Oh yes, my father being there and being able to just beat my ass if he wanted to, that of course kept me in check. Me personally with my kid, like of course I try to use my words more so, but I've had to on a couple occasions where it's just like, all right, you left me no choice.
Now you left me no choice.
Well, because I'm going to tell you, like, okay, stop, and this is why you should stop. All right now. And then it's just like, all right, next time I'm going to have to do something. Yeah. And then when next time happens, you kind of put me into a box here. Like, either I have to or you won't respect it. And so, then that's when you realize, when your parents are like, it's going to hurt you more than it hurt me. And it's like,
or the other way.
So why are you doing this?
Well, no, because it's like, you don't want, I don't want to have to hit him.
No, I understand. That was my thought back in the day.
But it's like, I got to. You left me no choice.
I see. I see.
But yeah, I'm all for the spankings. But, all kids aren't the same. You kind of have to really understand your kids, what triggers them, what gets them motivated, and what, is completely deterrent. So.
Okay.
To this day, my brother is still bothered at the fact that I never got whoopings because he
got all the
oh
whippings.
My God.
Oh, that pissed me off too. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, he's such a hater. He's such a hater, but he was bad. I mean, I was way younger than him. I mean, we have a decent, not that big, but we have a decent age gap. And I still knew, like, bruh, you really messing up.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain things you just have to get whooped over. Like when you steal. What are things you when you, when you steal, like, I've got to bring the belt out.
Oh my God.
Yes, because if I don't whoop your ass for stealing, somebody out there is going to beat your ass for sure.
Okay.
They're not going to put you in timeout. They're not going to talk to you about the ethics when it comes to stealing and invading other people's, possessions.
Fair.
You know what I'm saying? So
I get it.
Yeah.
Look, I feel like, I think growing up, it was one of those things where I was like terrified of getting hit though, just because I would hear my brother getting hit all the time. It's like, okay, I don't need that.
Yeah.
I mean, frequently enough to be like, okay, I didn't mean it.
Okay.
But I was also the kid that was like, my dad could like look at me and I'd be like, terrified. Yeah. So I probably was the easier child where they could probably put the fear of God in me without having to hit me.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I were with someone, so I probably would not hit my kids because of that. It's like, I wouldn't do that. But if I was with someone and my dad and my husband or child's father or whatever was like, no, I got whippings, blah, blah, blah. And it gets to a point where I could agree that, okay, maybe they put you in some kind of position, then maybe I would be okay with them doing that to a certain extent. But my first mind is kind of like, I don't know if it's necessary. And it kind of I would have to think about, okay, what are some actual options that we could do? And I would have to come to an agreement. So for me to even do it, I might be with homegirl then. Because for me to even do it, I would have to have that person explain to me why they felt like this is the only option.
Yeah.
And why we can't do anything else. So I might be a stickler until.
So they just talking back.
I mean, they would have to literally, if they're disrespecting me and they got to, yeah. then, we might be both at the point of no return.
Especially a guy, a boy.
Yeah.
Oh, it ain't gonna be too many fuck you dads, and we're just gonna have to fight like grown men.
But see, to me,
For real.
I will say this. I used to be team spankings because I was whooped as a child. But through the years, my eyes have been open, and I personally am anti-whoopings now. And so to me, and granted, I don't have no children, so, I don't know how it is to be a parent. But if you raise your child with respect and all this other stuff and you don't have any disciplinary issues, I find it really hard to believe that overnight your child is going to be like, F you mama or F you daddy. Because at that point,
puberty hits.
They're at least, okay, they're
them hormones hit.
Look, and that could, I'm not saying that it can't happen, but like, I don't know. I just feel like you don't have to resort to violence to be able to discipline your child. I do think that there may be other ways. But again, I am not a parent. So, when the 3 or 4 year old is slap you around in the face or whatever, I'd like to hope that I'd have control. But I have friends who are parents and their children be cut up sometimes. And it really does test your patience. So
I will definitely say that you spend any amount of time with a child longer than like a few hours. And then it's just like, hold on, I see it.
Right. And so if you're doing that all day, every day, I understand how your patience can get thin. Don't let you have had a bad day at work, right? So now oftentimes you're taking your frustrations out on your children where something that typically could have slid, because again, they're kids. So like, I think sometimes we have higher expectation for children than we should. Like, yeah, you ask them to stop, but like they're 2. Like, why are we getting the belt out on a 2-year-old? So I don't know. Again, I'm not a parent, so I do have grace. I'm not like judging people who do spankings because again, my parents are like, oh no, it's like still team whooping to this day, right?
Oh, I mean, hey, I'm definitely sure. I feel like my dad probably is still on that side. So you brought up something about fighting like a grown man.
What?
What age are you talking about?
I mean,
where you feel like you would have to just
obviously you've got to kind of scale it depending on what age they are. I mean, you still have to get physical with your child if they're, disrespectful like that, like fuck you, dad. Da, da, da. But I know for me, me and my dad got into it. It was like high school. It was like, okay.
Like 15 high school or like 17-year-old?
Like 16, 17.
Okay.
And
like
it was just like, I guess I was just years just building up. And me, I was a little scared of my father, intimidated. He kept me in check. But then this one, it was just the wrong day. And it was just like, all right, this is where we gotta, all them years, all that trauma come out. And we just went at it.
Y'all was wrestling.
Zia, stop the chest. Y'all knocking over it. And it was just like, okay, we getting into it. You know what I'm saying? We were wrestling.
Yeah.
So it was like I kind of had enough respect where it was like I wasn't gonna be, just stealing off, but we were tussling across the house. Yeah, and it was something so trivial like
take the trash out.
It was like take the trash out. I think I had some I just had some clothes that I was gonna take and donate, and that bag was just sitting there for the longest. And he must have thrown this big ass 5-gallon trash bag at me from like upstairs. And I was just like, man, fuck you. And next thing you know, he come running down, and then we just got into it.
I mean, I guess at that point you have to. If I'm the dad,
but what do you do? If you're the dad, it's like, and for the most part, up until that time, I was never that talking back to my mom or my dad. If you caught me doing some bullshit, I just owned up to it. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Whatever. But that day it was just like
I just have a vision of a man running down the stairs. Like, what did you say?
But what happens afterwards? Like,
y'all both talk to mama?
Like, go to your room. Or like,
my mom took me for a drive, and he's at the house, and we just go get something to eat. I'm just crying like, man, fuck that nigga.
I don't even know what I would do.
It was,
What do you
and then,
do?
you go back to the house, and it's like, he better not speak to me. I'm not gonna speak to him. And we didn't talk senior year until like maybe it was time to go to college.
What? So y'all was just in the same
like,
house, not speaking to each other.
What was there to say? What's up? You know,
He didn't have no, hey, let's go get
there
some
was
food.
nothing, and I was just like, damn, I guess I get where I get that from him. You know, like, we'll just stop talking in a minute. But
Yikes.
Okay.
but you know, that's just what happens with guys and
dads.
sons.
Man.
Yeah.
You know
I
what
don't
I'm
know
saying?
what it is
I need
about
to
that
know what it
father-son
is.
relationship.
I would love to dive into that because that whole like
I know, where's the psych majors at?
No,
You know?
seriously. For real,
I
that's
feel
a
like-
thing.
I feel like it's evident in just personal life, and then also just when you meet different people, it's just always something. Everybody got a story with their dad. Every guy I've talked to has had a story.
Because it's
Yes.
like, man, for some people, I know for me, like, if my dad wasn't there, my mom could only do so much, you know? So it's like, of course she needs him there in order to keep me in check, just in case if I turned out to be that kid that's just ripping and running or selling drugs or stealing or, you know, just committing a lot of foul acts. But despite all that, me not being that kid, eventually, you know, tempers just flare, you know?
Dang.
That's real. That's real. I mean, I will say, unlike you, I was the talk back girl.
See?
Like, I was the chatty cat. Like, I was a good kid, but my mouth was like my best gift and my worst like enemy.
Yeah.
Because I just say something. And two, I to this day still have a hard time like keeping my emotions like off my face. So like my mom may say something and like I'll roll my eyes, but I didn't know that I was rolling my eyes, or I'd roll them too early when I'm like turning around. You can still see it. And so, you know, I just always kind of had an attitude, but yeah, I definitely wouldn't own up to stuff.
Yeah.
I used to lie too when I was a kid. For no reason.
See, I would lie, but when you caught me, all right, jig is up.
Look, I wasn't gonna.
I was gonna keep it. I wasn't gonna keep it going. You know, well, my theory was always, you know, let me just get it over with. Whatever you need me to do, I'm just trying to get, you know, the punishment or the repentance over with. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to dig myself in a deeper hole. Sort of like, you know, This Is Us when Deja's mom came in and they're kissing. Deja! And then Deja.
Oh, you're talking about not Deja, the other one.
Oh,
yes,
Tessa.
Yes.
And Tessa was just like, why don't you just get out of here? Or,
You just made
know,
a face. Or
I was
something.
just
Yeah.
like, yo,
No,
you
Tess
were
was
kissing
tripping. Yeah.
with the door closed, and you got the nerve to be upset with me.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, that wasn't me.
It don't matter
I'd have been
who's
like,
in
all right, mom, you
here.
caught me. Yeah, we should go downstairs.
Like, that would be the thing with anybody, though. Like, how you get caught in your room?
Apparently not.
Look, I might have been like, Tess, why are you barging in my room?
Yeah, I need privacy.
But didn't she
Why did you knock? No, she did not.
She did.
not. They was deep in that kiss.
Yeah. But you heard the knock. Stop. Like, they make it seem like the knock be doo-doo coming right in the door. She knocked.
She did not.
And
y'all are
didn't hear
still
anything. What? That means she was.
Or maybe she
wait,
thought it was the door
just-
down the hall.
But she's bold, period.
She's bold. Yes.
She's bold, for sure. I mean, first of all, I would not have been able to go upstairs anyways, but they did address that.
Yeah.
Because Susan, or not Susan, what's the girl's name? Beth?
Beth,
Is that the mom?
Yeah.
She's trying to figure out, you know, with the pronouns and all this other stuff. So,
But didn't Deja say it? She was like, I would never be able to do that with
Right.
Malik.
You're right, because y'all can get pregnant.
Okay, well.
Malik got a baby, so you already one strike.
well, beyond that, I think the point is not necessarily getting pregnant, but you just should not even be taking any sexual, what she presumes to be like premature.
But how do you know
How do you know what?
that every female that your daughter's bringing in,
That was
she
her
has an
girlfriend.
interest? But no, I'm just saying in general.
You're saying-
I'm just saying in general. Like with guys, okay, you know, I'll go upstairs with my friend. Like anytime, it's no big deal because my mom knew that there was. Well, I mean, she could just say that there's nothing going on like that between two guys. You know what I'm saying? But let me bring a girl home. Oh no, yeah, right there on the couch. I'm staying downstairs. You know what I'm saying? But so with
Keep an
a
eye
female who's interested in females, it's like, how do you? Where do you?
Same thing.
They
Y'all
can
get on
never.
this couch
So they
and-
can go up with the boy though.
No, they can't go in with
At all.
anybody.
Okay.
Nobody should be in your room at that point.
To that. So I wouldn't know.
Lesson learned for Beth.
Look, straight up. Well, yeah, I definitely we'll see. I'm gonna read up on some books and stuff. Back to the whoopings part. To just, I guess, get an idea of what like the psychological thing behind it, why it is or isn't best for the child, whatever. But what you do is, I guess, your parental business.
I mean, I think that's probably one of the only things that I feel is maybe wrong. Maybe with what Homegirl said, just like, you can't tell other people what to do.
Point blank.
Like, everybody gonna do whatever they want to do in their own house. Now, I mean, unless some real abusive stuff going on, we're gonna have to let it go.
Well, I want us to kind of segue into a related topic, but not quite. We're going to keep it on the topic of kids. But the question is, and this is the verses, by the way, how many kids is too many? Like, if someone tells you, I have X amount of kids, at what point are you like, ooh?
How many kids is too many for them to bring into a relationship?
No, I'm just saying for you personally, like how many kids is too many for like you and your partner to have, or when you see someone else and they're like,
too many. How many is too many?
Yeah.
I'm gonna just say 4.
It's 3 for me.
3 is like
many?
three
That's
is
like perfect.
Man, depending on how the 3 fall, we might be able to do it. 3 might be hell. Like if I get 2 twins about that thing, I mean, if I get a set of twins and then one, maybe. Or if it's back to back to back.
No, I agree. I think that if, depending on how it's done, I think that it's like, okay, I am one of 3.
3 is a lot.
So
3 is a lot when you think about going out to eat. It's just like, fuck.
3
You know
is
what's
a
so
lot.
funny? I have those thoughts.
Traveling,
Every time I go to
it's
fast
like,
food,
damn.
if my bill is like $8 or $9, I'm like,
$9.
oh my God, times
What?
4.
Kid meals or what?
Like-
Kids meals or what?
Kids
don't
meals ought to
know.
be about $6 these days, give or take, depending on where you
And that's
depending
just
on where
one
you go.
meal.
That's what I'm saying. Every time I'm like, oh my God.
Oh, you know we gonna have spaghetti.
Look.
we gonna cook some spaghetti every
you
month.
are cooking. You
Damn
are
near
not
every other week.
flying. You're driving to whatever vacations. Like
all the time.
no, 3 kids is too. Like for me personally, 3 is a lot. But if I were to say for other people, once they're like, yeah, I got 4 or 5 kids, it's like, hold up now, what y'all doing over there?
Yeah.
I would
A lot of
definitely.
But it's like, how?
How what?
How can you afford 5 kids?
Look. Maybe.
Daycare's a motherfucker. But then that's when
Your
you start.
wife is staying at home
But then
at
that's
that
when you
point.
start feeling
Oh.
sorry for the old kid. The oldest is just like,
Yes.
fuck, I gotta change the diapers. I gotta get these kids ready for school. You know, I think I had seen some article, or not article, but something on the timeline where this oldest sibling was like, hey, I'm trying to go away to college. Can you fill out this FAFSA? And the mama didn't want to do it and didn't do it because she's like, well, if you leave, who's gonna help me take care of the kids?
Ooh.
And it's just like, ugh.
That's messed
So
up.
3
That
is
sucks.
3 is it for me. You know
I'm
what I'm
gonna
saying?
say 4 is too much. 4 is just like, okay, this is a lot happening.
Yeah, 4, definitely.
For me and my partner. But if I'm looking for someone, 2.
You're saying for you personally.
Okay, so
2
he
is too
can't bring
much?
no more than 2 to the relationship.
Can't bring to the table.
Oh,
To the
he
table.
can't have more than 2, or if he
Yes.
has
like
2 or
if
more.
I'm looking for someone, like
Okay.
in dating,
yeah.
like
I don't think I've dated somebody with more than 2 seriously. You know, to where you like integrated into the family, like picking them up from school or taking them here and there. I haven't done the 2.
I haven't. I don't know if I've had 1 yet. I don't think so. Not anything serious.
I have 1 now, but I have never dated anybody with 2 or more. Really, I haven't entertained many with 1. So, but I mean, no. Children are definitely expensive, as y'all already pointed out. There's a girl who I went to school with who announced that she's pregnant with baby number 4, and I don't even think number 3 is 1 yet. And the oldest looks like it's about 4.
Number 3 isn't 1 yet?
Listen, number 3 is probably like 10
number
months.
3. Okay, I'm tripping. I'm thinking number 1 wasn't.
No.
So
when
I'm tripping.
She announced it, and I literally, and you know, some people really like to have a lot of kids or whatever, and that's your prerogative. But when I saw that, I was just tired for her. I'm like, how do you have the energy? 4 kids under 4?
Listen,
that's
we
a
talking
lot.
about
That's
we
a
talking about
lot.
people from high school. This girl that went to my high school, I feel like I didn't really know her personally, but at this point, I think she's at like 8 or 9. I think she's at 8 from her first marriage, and something happened. Now she has another one. Like,
That's a lot of kids. That's a lot of kids.
Yeah,
but I mean,
somebody
she
with
got
5.
somebody after like 8 kids. So I mean, there's hope out there.
Yeah.
There is hope. I will say, look, again, like if you have a lot of children, I don't think there's anything wrong with that for y'all, right?
Yeah.
But, you know, just having, I guess, the freedom that I have at this point in life, I really could not imagine.
Making that transition is going to be very hard for me.
It's definitely going to be hard for me too. With one. With
gonna
one
be very
child, it's
hard
going to
for
be
me.
really hard.
So, you know what? Shout out to everybody out there that's
Look,
out there doing it.
I appreciate y'all for real, because somebody got to raise these kids. Somebody got to do it.
Y'all doing great. But me, I think about it pretty often like, wow, I don't have that much free time. I don't know how y'all be raising people at home. Y'all go home after work.
Especially
and
in this
start
pandemic,
raising?
you got them 4.
Woo. That's a lot. That's a lot. But I think too, again, back to the how you space them out. If you have some that are a little bit older, you know, as you age, they become more independent. So like 4 kids under 5 years old,
Oh my God.
that's a lot. That you are definitely busy. But if they're kind of spaced out and there's, you know, an 8-year-old in there or something like that, I could see that being much easier.
My God.
Yeah.
Yeah, watch the kids. We gone. We got a date tonight.
I could
Watch the
not.
kids.
I hope that doesn't
They
happen.
8 years old, cooking and cleaning.
Man, no. Since you get 3 kids, it's just like, you
No
can't
answer
find
the
nobody
door
to
for
watch
nobody.
them. Ain't no dates.
Ain't no who watching all them kids.
3?
No, grandma watch them. Shout out to my grandmother. My grandmother,
Man, my
she
son
held it
better not
down.
drop me off with no 2 and 3 grandkids. Fuck
You can do 2. 2 is easy. You know what? Low-key, 1 might be a little difficult depending on the age.
You know, I'm gonna be
If they
that.
at
I'm gonna be that granddad asleep, and you done went into the pots and start pulling up the plants. Like, you know, where's she going? That'll
It's
be
too
me
quiet
all
in this
day.
house. Where's the kid?
Yeah.
Toilet paper all over everything.
God.
Lipstick all on the face. Whew, okay, well, that conversation got me tired just thinking about all them
thanks.
kids. But if you liked what you heard, make sure you rate, comment, and subscribe. Follow us on social media at He Said, We Said. Any final words?
Dang. Happy May. May is here.
Happy May.
May is low-key.
Already May. May is low key what?
It's normally a good month, you know, pre-COVID. It's normally
Yeah.
like a lot of good stuff going on. So hopefully we can kind of get back into some normalcy. and have
Yeah,
some
I hope it
fun.
doesn't. I hope it doesn't get too hot.
No, it's been hot these last couple of days, so I can't even imagine it getting
It felt good
hotter.
Saturday when it stopped raining. It felt good.
Okay.
Okay.
Saturday evening. Oh yeah, the evenings have been nice though.
All right. Let you tell it. That's fine. I don't know.
Gosh, once it start hit that 90,
All right. Bye.
peace.